We're curious how a guy, you've sold how many records?
28 million.
And made millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
How do you end up in here?
I think everyone who's watching knows how I ended up in here.
I don't know if they do.
I'm pretty sure they do.
But I was under at that time, didn't do nothing to keep my name alive. You know what I'm saying? Took me off the website, just left me for dead.
You know what? I think a lot of people lose sight of the fact that no matter how strong you are as a man, no matter how tough you are, we all need to be somebody's baby.
I mean, I've been dealing with this, man, for 5 years. Damn. 4 strokes. Damn, I don't know what to tell you, man. This shit is crazy. This shit is hard, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no house to live.
But the story's already been written. At the end of the day, God wins.
DMX and Black Rob weren't just names in hip-hop. They were voices that cut through the noise, speaking on things most in the game were too scared to touch. X would straight up talk about meeting the devil, warning the world about the dark side of this industry. And he wasn't just spitting street stories. He was calling out the ones pulling the strings. Black Rob had that same raw energy, real talent, real credibility, but he didn't fit the radio-friendly mold. And when you don't play by the rules, labels like Bad Boy leave you out to dry. Rob got hit with prison time.
Industry, man, it's not the same. Doesn't have to do with talent, it's about playing the game. The industry, real niggas is dying to get in. The industry, just to find they don't fit in. The industry ain't what it used to be. The industry's trying to control the way you MC. They want you to dress like this and talk like that. But I'm going dress like this and talk with the bat. The industry got your word meaning nothing. The industry, what you heard because he's bluffing. The industry, money, bitches, hate, but I dare you to try to take a fucking thing off my plate. The industry like, wait, but in the streets we like, get 'em. 17 up in that thing, catch them sleeping and hit 'em. The industry, if you ain't got a strong mind, the industry will break you down, it's a matter of time. The industry, vultures with nothing to feast on. See me, I'm getting my beast on. The industry, stay in the dirt, play in the dirt, test the wrong one in the industry and you will get hurt. I'm not an industry artist, I'm an artist in the industry. So I do what the fuck I want because nobody can finish me. The industry, wanted, dead or alive, new artists to sell their souls in the way they survive. The industry don't give a f about you, but the industry couldn't make a dime without you. The industry, I'm sick of this industry shit. The industry playing them like a industry bitch. They tried to finish me quick, but I am long, so I stand strong. Beat, listen to the words in the damn song. But you know what I'm saying? And it basically reflects on my relationship with the industry. This is what it is. Often, my words fall on deaf ears. Just be listening, but don't hear. Talking to a nigga, he be sitting right here. I be like, where you going? He'd be like, yeah. Thank you.
Health struggles and medical bills stacking up while his music and money got stripped away. Both X and Rob lived through the ugly side of the business that nobody wants to admit exists. It left them exposed, struggling, and it shaped their final years in ways most fans never got to see. So now, we're breaking down what really went down behind the scenes. First, let's take it back to 2007 when DMX hit the stage on HBO's Def Poetry Jam and dropped his iconic piece, The Industry.
I go with the flow, you know. I'm inspired by life. The game is bullshit, man. The game is. If you want to rap or sing or whatever, don't become a part of the game. You know what? Listen to a song I called The Industry. And that pretty much explains, you know what I'm saying, what the shit is about. The industry. Man, it's not the same. The industry, it's not a game. The industry, real is dying to get in the industry just to find they don't.
Whenever I went through something, it brought me closer to God. And I stayed into something. So now I'm closer to God. But being closer is hard. The attacks get stronger, become much harder to fight, and they last longer. That's what it's always been. Joy, pain, dark to light, sun with the rain. With the right perspective, there can be something to gain. Look for the good and the bad, not the sun when it rains.
I want to take a look at some of the lyrics from your song.
How about I pick the lyrics?
Who We Be. I think you'll like these lyrics. The hurt, the pain, the dirt, the rain, the jerk, the fame, the work, the game.
I like what you said. Yeah. Did it.
The friends, the foes, the bins, the these studios, the shows. Why don't you just read it? I like the way you read it.
It comes and it goes. The jealousy, the envy, the phony, the friendly, the one that gave him the slugs, the one that put him in me, the snakes, the grass, too long to see. The lawnmower sitting right next to the tree. It's right there, just mow that grass and you'll see the snakes.
Yeah. You've had, I guess I would call it a gospel song, or certainly
gospel song and a conversation with the Lord on every album.
On every album. Lord, give me a sign. I pulled some of those lyrics out. Tell me what these lyrics are and what they mean.
It's a conversation with the Lord. I really need to talk to you, Lord. It's the last time we talked. The walk has been hard. Now I know you haven't left me, but I feel like I'm alone. I'm a big boy now, but I'm still not grown. I'm still going through it, pain and the hurt, soaking up trouble like rain in the dirt. And I know only I can stop the pain with just a mention of my Savior's name. In the name of Jesus, devil, I rebuke you for what I go through and trying to make me do what I used to, but all that stops right here. As long as the Lord's in my life, I will have no fear. I will know no pain from the light to the dark. I will know no shame, spit it right from the heart, cause it's right from the start that you held me down and ain't nothing they can tell me now. Lord, give.
That moment was legendary. X stood there raw, no beat, just truth, breaking down how the music game really moves. He exposed the lies, the manipulation, and how labels pressure artists to sell out just to stay relevant. It wasn't just poetry, it was a warning shot, and it showed exactly why DMX could never be controlled by the system. You could feel it in his voice. DMX wasn't just performing, he was speaking straight from experience. Every line carried that weight, like a warning to the next generation of artists about the real price that comes with selling out. But DMX wasn't just talking about the streets or label politics. He took it even deeper. He spoke about God, the devil, and the spiritual war he believed was raging behind the scenes of the music game.
On every album, a conversation with God.
Yes.
You've had
And a prayer.
And I think you've had
Three conversations with the devil.
Three conversations with the devil. Why with the devil?
Well, to make a fair decision, I think you have to be aware of both sides. And I was approached, so of course I had a conversation. It doesn't mean I rode with him or believed him. I just was able to recognize him by what he said to me and what he offered me. I said, oh, now I know who you are. That's why I stopped talking to him. I've put out 7 albums, but he's only on 3. I first came to Arizona, man, and I remember one day coming from the studio at 6 o'clock in the morning and pulling over on the highway. Be like 4 cars, just to watch the sunrise. And it was at that point that I fell in love with Arizona. I said, you know what, this has to be God's country. Because I'd never seen anything as beautiful as that sunrise. Then I met the devil in God's country. And it's not so much who, it's what, what happens and the things that the devil does. It's not so much a person, even though he acts through people. You can't call one person the devil.
Joe Arpaio?
You can't call any one person the devil. You can't do that because no one person has enough power to be the devil. And it's through all these hardships that I realized that, you know what? This is God's country because I met the devil here. Because if I hadn't met the devil here, I wouldn't realize I was strong enough to overcome the obstacles that the devil would place in my path. And it's by overcoming these obstacles that I realized that this is God's country. Because he helped me get over these obstacles. He helped me get over these hurdles.
Okay, but when you're done here, you're out of here.
I'm not looking back.
You're not coming back?
No, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back for a show. I'm not coming back for a visit. I'm not even driving through the states. If I'm in a plane and they got
For X, this wasn't just rap. It was life and death, light and darkness. And he made sure people knew the battle was real. In his interviews and music, X made it clear the darkness in the industry went way deeper than just money and power. He believed the devil was real and that certain people in the business were channeling that energy, pushing artists to sell their souls. X even admitted he was offered that path himself, but he turned it down. And from that point on, he started warning others about the devil moving through the industry. But making that choice came with heavy consequences. Fast forward to September 2013, when DMX sat down on the Dr. Phil show. He opened up about everything: his legal battles, financial struggles, personal demons, and the way the music business was full of snakes hiding in the grass, waiting to take advantage. And then Dr. Phil switched gears, tapping into X's spiritual side. He brought up the track, Lord Give Me a Sign, and X explained how every one of his albums carried a prayer, a conversation with God woven into the music. For him, it wasn't just about rapping, it was about staying connected to his faith, even while battling the darkness around him. DMX and Black Rob's stories weren't just about music. They were about survival in an industry built to chew artists up and spit them out. Both of them pulled the curtain back on the dark side of the game, showing fans the truth most never see. Their struggles, their warnings, and their voices still echo today, serving as reminders of what happens when you stand against the system. This isn't just history, it's a lesson every artist needs to hear.
This script have a lot of clips, that's why script is short.